Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see all of you here, and what a great day to unveil this new area patrol and to just talk about how wonderful this is and what it means to the community. So thank you for being here. My name is Lorna Godwin, and I'm on the board of the St. Louis Police Foundation, so it's my pleasure to have the opportunity to be your MC for this very, very brief program that will end with a ribbon cutting and then a tour inside of the area station. This is the first of 3 city area stations that are going to be remodeled, and all 3 have not been remodeled in 30 years, which many of you are officers here, you go like, yeah, we know. We have dealt with it for a long time. But hopefully this will make your work more efficient, more pleasurable to come here every day, and to do your job even better than you're doing it. So thank you so much. We have current and retired officers here today with us. We also have Chief John Hayden with us as well. So thank you, Chief Hayden, for being here. And as other guests and dignitaries come, I will introduce them. So thanks goes to the St. Louis Police Foundation and its partners today for making this happen. So we are going to acknowledge them and celebrate. For 15 years, the St. Louis Police Foundation, as many of you know, has been providing monetary support, services, and goods to the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department. They've been doing the same for the St. Louis County Police Department since 2015. To date, the foundation has raised more than $30 million and has funded over 20+ projects. Now that deserves a hand, and I'm proud to serve on the foundation board for that. And the foundation co-founder is Doug Albrecht. He's here with us today, and he's going to make a few remarks. So please welcome Doug Albrecht.
Thank you, Lorna. Lorna is the vice chair of the Police Foundation and a great friend, and I would like to thank her and her team at Vector Communications for all the things you do. So Lorna, a round of applause. Thank you. Whoa, there goes my speed. Now I just got to remember which, it's only 3 pages. A guy my age should be able to figure that out. Well, this all started about a year ago. Michelle Bagwell and I came here to just take a little tour. And we saw Major Koontz, who was in her blue jeans and starting to paint walls, taping walls to get ready for paint, looking at some wallpaper. And I said, how big of a staff have you got here to do this work? She said, well, myself and then anybody else who'll come in on the weekends. Well, it took 30 years to do this. It would have taken her 30 years. So, Major, thanks so much for the inspiration and of getting this done. This is our latest project. We've invested in the city of St. Louis over $20 million since 2008. And of course, this is the first of 3. And when it's all said and done, this will be over $1.5 million that we will invest. And I'm so thrilled to have these facilities reflect the professionalism and the efficiency that you all have. So to all the officers that are here, thank you very much. We are just thrilled that we're able to put something back. So thank you for your service. Obviously, you don't raise $1.5 million, get a project to this done without a great donor base and a board. We probably have the best board. No, not probably. We have the best board in St. Louis for any foundation, and I'd like our board members wave your hand, please. Alicia, she's hiding over there, but I see Alicia. And so we'd like to thank. We have some thank yous, and first of all, I'd like to thank J.R. and Ann from J.R. Zachary. If you would raise your hands, there they are over there. They waived all of their designs fees and allowed us to buy all the materials you'll see in there at cost, saving us tens of thousands of dollars. So thank you very much. Also like to thank JRP Electric, St. Louis Ceiling Installers, St. Louis Closet Company, Joseph Ward Painting Company, Carpet Creations, Kwame Building Group, and Cord Moving Storage. How about applause for all those vendors? And thank you for your hard work. All right, Brian Isley, you need to come up here.
Yes, sir.
Brian and his team are the driving force. You know, you can design, you can buy, and everything else. If there isn't somebody on site driving it all the time to make sure it's done and done right, he's come up with a model. He's come up with a way to get it done. I'm going to give him a plaque in a second, but what's important is what we've learned here going on to the next two stations. I know, Brian, you're going to do an absolutely unbelievable job as you have, but hopefully it'll be a little quicker and a few less sleepless nights. And for all the hard work, no tickets, no new car, but a plaque, a well-deserved one. Thank you for your dedication and commitment to the upgrades and improvements at the North Patrol, Central Patrol, and South Patrol divisions.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. That way, I think we're going to get a picture here. All right. All right, you got it? Thanks. There you are.
Thank you, sir.
You don't get to talk. The one thing about doing a facility like this, when you go in and you'll see with all the new wallpaper and flooring covering and everything else, we would have ended up with a wonderful looking building with furniture that was 30 years old. And it was ugly, and we needed help. But fortunately, our friends at Edward Jones came forward and had some surplus, almost new furniture. And when you go through, you will see it's a higher quality than we probably would have ever been able to do. And the reason we were able to do it was because of Edward Jones. And I'd like to introduce Laura Ellenhart, who is a partner and has a few comments, and we need a big round of applause for her.
So thank you, Doug. And Doug, you've painted a picture of what building community is all about, and people helping other people, right? You painted a picture of business, nonprofits, of purpose-driven, passionate individuals coming together to help each other. And who better to help than our police officers in creating a wonderful environment? And so a big, hats off to everybody in making this come together. And at Edward Jones, we are very proud to partner with the police department and to be part of this community effort. It's a life-changing, and you think furniture can't be life-changing? I think it can. It's about building a work environment that you want to you spend a lot of time in, you want to be with others, and it creates an environment that's really healthy for everyone and creates an overall well-being. So I say it's a life-changing effort. And for Edward Jones, particularly as we celebrate our centennial, 100 years of being here and for St. Louis, we are particularly excited about our next 100 years of what we can do together in the future of St. Louis. And that's where we are very much leaning into our commitment to our communities, our commitment to improving the lives of our clients and colleagues, and together improving our communities and society. We are proud of our history, we're excited about what's ahead, and we're proud to partner with all of these different businesses that have been part of this wonderful day and made this happen, but particularly with the St. Louis Police Foundation and so many of you to help in making this possible. Thank you, Doug. Thank you to our community partners. Thank you, police officers, for what you do every day for us, for our city, for our region, and for our community members. We really appreciate everything that you do, and we hope that this small token is a reinforcement of our commitment to you and to building community together. Thank you.
Thank you again, Laura and Edward Jones, for the furniture. It is indeed beautiful. So North Area Division is the first station that is being remodeled. The other two are being remodeled this summer. The Central Patrol Division, or North Jefferson, will be finished in the next month or so, and then they'll start on the South Patrol on sublet, and that will be finished by this fall. So then all three of them will be done, and we'll have modernized facilities throughout for the St. Louis Police Department. So now it is my pleasure to introduce the interim St. Louis City Public Safety Director, Dr. Dan Isom. Dr. Isom?
So good afternoon to everyone. I was just talking to Michelle back there, and they were talking about the old chairs and this building being 30 years old. So I was one of the first officers to sit in those 30-year-old chairs 30 years ago. So hopefully it doesn't take another 30 years to renovate the building. But I also want to acknowledge all the officers here, all the hard work that you do every day, and certainly want to acknowledge Chief Hayden for his service over the last 35 or so years. So I appreciate his service and his friendship for so long. Our officers work around the clock to serve the citizens of St. Louis. We do it with a bare bones budget. Nearly 90% of our budget goes to personnel costs. Of course, people are our most important asset, but it's not a lot of money left over for tools and programs that officers need. At a time when the demands for modern law enforcement continue to escalate, the St. Louis Police Foundation helps bridge the gap. We request the needs in terms of equipment, training, programs, and they repeatedly deliver. The latest example of their generosity is what we will see this afternoon when we tour this building. Thank you to Doug Albrecht, to President Michelle Bagwell, and to all the board members of the Police Foundation for the generous support of our officers in our police department. Now to tell you more about the changes you will see inside of the remodeled police station, I introduce Major Angela Koontz, the commander of the North Patrol Division.
Thanks, Dr. Isom, and thank you, Chief. I know you're busy, so we truly appreciate you. We know this is your home, too, so we're happy to have you here. On behalf of the hardworking officers and civilians assigned to the North Patrol Division, I want to thank each of you for coming out today to celebrate the rededication of our area station. This is truly our home away from home, and today you are our honored guest. I want to recognize District 5 Captain Mike Mueller and District 6 Captain Latricia Allen. We're all excited to have you in our house for this monumental event. We sincerely appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedules to be here today to recognize the outstanding work of the St. Louis Police Foundation. A little history about us. The North Patrol Division is one of 3 area stations in our city. It houses Districts 5 and District 6. These 2 districts include approximately 200 police officers and a civilian support staff. The officers that work in District 5 and 6 are the hardest working officers in this city, and I'm not bragging, this is immeasurable. In 2022 alone, the officers assigned to the North Patrol Division have handled 44 homicides and over 200 assault firsts with firearms. This is why the North Patrol Division has this sign hanging on the front of the building. As you can see, the sign says, "The home of the real police." Our officers are proud of that, and they take it to heart. When I took over the North Patrol Division in November of 2019, it looked very different than it does today. The building had not been renovated in almost 30 years, and believe me when I say it showed. Police officers are not easy on buildings or furniture. We have a lot of tools on our belts that scrape paint, poke holes in furniture, and there was 30 years of wear and tear inside this building. I often conduct surveys of the officers that I work with. In each survey and every recommendation at North Patrol, I found that our officers were mentioning the poor physical state of our station. The officers wanted a better work environment. They wanted a modernized building, one with Wi-Fi, with better security. They wanted cosmetic updates, small things like fresh paint, new floors, clean ceiling tiles, updated bathrooms and showers, and new furniture. Within the first few weeks of my assignment at the North Patrol, I called on the Police Foundation and asked Michelle Bagwell and Doug to come up and do a walkthrough of the station. My hope was that they might consider funding some upgrades. As always, they did not hesitate. We immediately got some small things, like an updated refrigerator and a new water and ice dispenser. But as you'll see today, the foundation did not stop there. Like always, they went above and beyond the call of their duty for our officers. As I was preparing for today's event, I took a moment to try to remember the exact moment if I remembered when the foundation committed to rehabbing the North Patrol and the area stations. And I did remember one specific moment. And I knew it was when Michelle Bagwell was going to do everything possible to make this happen. It was immediately after I gave her a tour of one of our men's bathrooms. And I'm not going to repeat the commentary that we had inside that bathroom, but it was not a pretty sight to say the least. And I'm going to leave that there. But you'll see today that it's not the same station. I want to thank Michelle Bagwell, Doug Albrecht, and all the Police Foundation board members for making this renovation happen. You've truly made a difference in the lives of our officers. It wouldn't be North Patrol without a siren. Your investment in North Patrol has boosted the morale of our officers. They feel appreciated and valued. I want to thank several officers that have worked extremely hard since December when our rehab started. Sergeant Trish Nykamp, Officer Chris Delp, and Officer Brian Isley. I also want to thank every employee at North Patrol for being flexible, for working out of temporary offices, and for always chipping in whenever we needed you. The foundation has sponsored commemorative challenge coins for all the officers at North Patrol and for our guests today. You'll see these on the way into the station. Please grab one. On the coin, you'll see there are 3 words: restore, refresh, and re-energize. This represents the past, the present, and the future at North Patrol. We are excited to show you the future of our building today. During the tour, you will see photos of what the areas looked like before the rehab started. There's also a slideshow that we'll be showing in the roll call room and in the conference room with before and after pictures of all of our work areas. During this slideshow, you're going to see several memes. These were taken from a wall in the temporary office space that was set up for our detective bureau in the roll call room. Cops are nothing if not funny. So at some point, there was a little miscommunication with our detectives, and they were told that they were only going to be in there for 2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks turned into 2 months. So the wall became a wall of memes. So we appreciate that. We appreciate that they were flexible. We got through this by working together and having a sense of humor. Thank the Police Foundation again, and I hope you enjoyed the tour today. We're happy that you're all here.
Thank you, Major Koontz. So before we have the ribbon cutting, and we'll bring the speakers up to cut the ribbon, I just want to mention that reiterate what Major Koontz just said. Afterwards, if you go into the side door right there, you will find a table with commemorative coins on it. Please take one. We want you to have it. And wherever you go into a room and see a badge that says tour guide, you can ask that person questions about the room, and he or she will tell you about it. So now, before we bring everyone up for the ribbon cutting, I'm first going to bring Doug Albrecht back up to say a few more words. Doug?
Thank you. Again, thanks for everybody for being here. This is a really great day for the foundation, and I hope a great day for the North Patrols. Want to bring up Michelle Bagwell for just a second, only to say she is the most hardworking executive director, president of a 501c3, and probably a lot of businesses in town. Michelle, come on up here just for a second. And we just want to thank Michelle for all the hard work and everything you've done. She's been here a lot, as you all know. And thanks for getting this done.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right.